in a bit.
See you in
See
a
you in a
bit.
bit. Mhm.
Okay, guys, I think we'll have to keep an eye on people coming in because we're bound to have some stragglers, but we are recording. So, guys, thank you for jumping on this evening, this morning, wherever you are. We're going to cover social media, mainly TikTok, mainly Facebook, and we're going to cover some very brief perspectives on attraction marketing and what that is. But you will get tons and tons of info from this call, and much of the stuff you probably didn't know. Some of it you may know already, but it's always good to hear it again. So, as I said, we're going to go through social media the right way. And sorry, guys, there's lots of you doing it the wrong way. We're going to cover Facebook mainly. It kind of Instagram. We'll talk about attraction marketing very, very briefly, and TikTok. The critical part that TikTok will play, and how to get in front of literally millions of people weekly for your business. Okay, guys, as you're coming in, if you can make sure you're muted, that would be fabulous. Thank you. So you're in the right place if you're ready. If you're ready to literally hit the ground running and get massive results. Okay, this is something that actually, guys, I'm really passionate about because it's not taught a lot in network marketing at all, in fact. So I feel like this is a really great place to be with the right company as well. You're ready to completely smash this out of the park, and you're coachable. Okay, there's a reason, and we will just talk about this briefly. There's a reason why me and Gina know our shit. So make sure you listen to everything we say and just absorb it and just take action. Don't procrastinate. Don't sit there overthinking it. Just do it. So, just a little bit about both of us quickly. So, myself, in terms of my background with TikTok, I discovered TikTok about 4.5 years ago. And, I'm 42 and I was like, what's this shit? Like, it's all the kids. It's kids app. It's pointless. I don't get it. But I jumped on it, I looked at it, and I generated a 6-figure retainer in less than 6 weeks using TikTok. So I know my stuff. I have over 16 TikTok accounts, generate money in the background, and just started, which I'll share with you a little bit later, an account that is dedicated to driving traffic for this business. Okay. So Gina, if you want to talk about you for a bit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to ramble or anything on this bit, so I don't like to blow my own trumpet. But yeah, I have a little bit of a background in digital and affiliate marketing. I've spent thousands upon thousands of pounds investing in education, skills, and courses, and I've made a lot of money with it. And I wasn't really looking to get back into network marketing just because like I'd had a bad experience with it before. Yeah, I had success, but it burnt me. It was quite negative energy, and the people just weren't very nice, and it put me off. So when I found this, I was kind of a bit skeptical, and I thought, don't know. But I went in with it. I kept an open mind, and here I am now, platinum, and it's going flipping amazing, and I would never look back. So yeah, my focus is on this completely now, and I just want to share with you guys some of my top tips that have helped me get to where I am. So yeah, I'm just going to be covering a little bit about Facebook today. We're not going to dive in too deep. I know some of you guys are beginners, some of you know a lot of stuff about Facebook. I've only personally been using Facebook for about 8 months. I never really saw the potential with it because I'm a bit of an Instagram girl. I love Instagram. But when I kind of learnt how to use Facebook properly, it has blown up. Like from someone who used to have maybe like 400 or 500 friends on Facebook and just post for my friends and family, to now learning about it, like it's just gone massive. And I've basically built my whole Live Good business on Facebook. So yes, I won't go on too much about me, but yeah, excited to share with you my little golden nuggets.
Thank you, lovely. So I know why you're all here, and if anyone says no, I'm booting you off the call immediately. But are you ready to do something different and put your heart and soul into it? Put your hands up if you're on camera. Do you want to be getting different results? Yeah? Awesome. Okay. Now, I want to talk about quickly. Gina's going to cover this a little bit when we talk about Facebook, but I actually want to talk about attraction marketing briefly, and what that is, because we all see it. Some of us probably know already what I'm about to talk about, but it's a strategy where customers and future, I guess, business partners are going to be attracted to come into the business or buy something without being told to do so. Okay, it's where you are putting yourself out there on social media in such a way that people are like, well, I want that. I want that. Who eye rolls, and you can put your hand up again, who eye rolls when they see product posts from other network marketers? When you see posts that are like very blatantly talking about the company, literally, honestly, it's so annoying. It means using no spammy photos, links, or the name Live Good anywhere. Okay. I see some people do it. It's not the way to do it. You need to focus on building intrigue and bringing people in through your business, through attraction. Okay, through, oh, what are they doing? Wow, look at the amazing life they're doing. And even if you're not where you want to be yet, you can share the reasons why you are joining Live Good. You don't have to talk about the company name. You don't have to do any of that. It's not hiding from people, it's creating intrigue. Okay, so that is what attraction marketing is, very, very briefly. I'm going to hand the mic over to Gina to dive into Facebook now, and then we'll cover TikTok.
Cool. Okie dokie. So Facebook is a bit of an underdog of all the social media platforms, but honestly, guys, I've built my whole Live Good business on Facebook. So why use Facebook? With an audience of over 2.6 billion active users every single month, Facebook is most definitely the best platform to use. Facebook is the largest marketing platform in the world, and more than half of all internet users actually have a Facebook account. Okay, so getting started the right way, I would highly recommend you guys to, if you haven't already, switch to professional mode on your Facebook account and set it to digital creator. And the reason why I would do that is because Facebook favors digital creator profiles. So they will push your content out way, way more. So 1 second, I'm just reading off some notes. So if you're using a personal profile currently and you are worried about what friends and family think, which I get a lot of people say to me, what I would consider you doing is making a brand new Facebook account just for business, but don't use the same name as your other one, because Facebook will think it's a duplicate account and they will flag it. So Facebook, professional mode, digital creator, this will get your profile seen by way more people. Like I said before, Facebook favors these type of profiles and they love it when you create original content. And what you can do is you can also go into the professional mode dashboard and you can do all the little Facebook mini courses inside of there, and you'll get like little brownie points as such from Facebook, and you'll earn like little badges and stuff. And that will help you grow more and get seen more. And also inside the professional dashboard, you can keep an eye on like your analytics, how your content is performing, who's seeing your posts, where they're from, what gender they are, literally everything. So it's a good way to gauge as well which content is performing well. And then you can always create more content like that. So if a particular one of my posts does really well, I will always repurpose that content, meaning I will do a similar type of content again with my next post, using similar captions and a similar theme. Yeah. So next slide, Jem. Sorry, you're in control of this. So here are some examples on the left of good and bad profile pictures. So the top ones are a no-go. They're too far away from the screen. Like people can't really see you. So what I would suggest is something like those bottom two pictures. So you want that to pop. You want it to stand out. You want to catch people's eyes straight away. So we can do that by having an eye-catching profile picture, a cover photo, and a really, really good bio. So first of all, what I will say is go into your Facebook photos and get rid of any old pictures, like maybe ones of you back in the day out partying with a cigarette in your hand, and anything that looks a little bit unprofessional. So we want this to just look clean and as professional as possible. So with your profile picture, we want to have like a clear headshot of you, preferably smiling, because people are way more likely to approach you when you look happy. And if you don't have one, just literally go against a plain white background and get someone to take some for you. Use good lighting. And if you have an iPhone, use portrait mode. And another way, this is a good little tip for you, to get a really, really good profile picture, which pops and stands out, you can go to something called pfpmaker.com, and you can literally just upload your photo. It's free, and it will put all different colors and stuff behind you, remove the background for you. It literally takes 2 seconds. It's amazing. So yeah, go and have a look at that, pfpmaker.com, upload your picture, and yeah, get a banging little profile picture. And you can also do that in Canva if you are familiar with Canva, but I know a lot of people struggle with Canva. So that's a good alternative. So next, with your cover photo, I don't know why I didn't put that in the middle, it's on the far right. So with your cover photo, I'd suggest, like, again, making one in Canva if you can, so people see straight away who you are and what you do. So I've put mine on there as a good example. I'm not blowing my own trumpet, but it says straight away when you come to my page, people see it, helping mums and dads create time and financial freedom online. Like, it's clear, the message is clear. So definitely do a cover photo like that. With your bio on Facebook, unfortunately, there's not a lot of room to put a lot of text. Like, the character limit is quite small. So that's, again, where I would suggest utilizing the cover to put as much info on as possible about who you are, what you do, and so people just know straight away. Always have a call to action in your bio as well. So, like, you know, in this middle one at the top, it's got like a link and a pointing down. So it's basically saying to people, go and look at my bloody link. And also the second one down, like, she's clearly stating what she does. I make money online. I'm a stay-at-home mum. Let me show you how, pointing down to her link. So that link you always want to have in the edit bio section of your Facebook. And now that might be your Stan Store link if you have one, or your Live Good Tour link. So yeah, you just want it there to be loud and clear so people know exactly what to do and where to go. Right, Gemma. Content not to post and things not to do on Facebook. I think you've covered some of that already and it's pretty self-explanatory, but like we said, don't put your links in your posts. If Facebook think you're trying to take their audience away to another platform online, they will not push your content out. So don't put your links in your posts. Put them, by all means, in the comments section sometimes, but not too much because it becomes spammy. But that's, again, where you can have a call to action at the end of your caption and just say, not link in bio, because again, that gets flagged, but something like, head over to my page, all the information's there, winky face, link. Just something subliminal like that. So yeah, again, don't post company logos or mention the company name. And that is only because people are just going to go over to Dr. Google livegood.com, blah, 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 look at everything online. They'll probably join through the corporate site if they want to join, or they'll just go and like find someone else in the business, and you've done that legwork. You want to get those people to join with you. You don't want them going and just swanning off and joining somebody else. And don't copy and paste other people's content. Now, I've seen this quite a lot. And what happens if too many people are posting the same exact post? Facebook think it's spam. And I've had it a couple of times, a couple of months ago, where my account's actually been restricted and put down as clickbait because it's been copied and pasted from other people's stuff. So from my experience, just don't do that. There are ways around that. So if you like the look of someone's post, like maybe look at leaders and what they're doing, like I always say, success leaves clues. So look at what the leaders are doing, take that caption, what they've used, put it into ChatGPT and get ChatGPT to rewrite it for you, adding like emojis, different fonts, make it look really eye-catching. So for those of you who don't know what ChatGPT is, it's basically a free AI tool that you can use write that down and go and play with it honestly, because I love ChatGPT. I use it every single bloody day and it saves so much time. So yeah, I would highly recommend checking that out. And like I said, like go and look what the platinums and the diamonds and everyone else is doing in Live Good and take inspiration. Like make it your own, of course, put your own personality into it so it sounds like you. But yeah, the clues are there. Use them, but just don't copy and paste. Right, so next slide, Jem. So all the different content. So what kind of things you can post on Facebook? Obviously, there's posts, stories, and reels. So posts, now I would recommend doing, you don't have to, but I would recommend doing at least 2 or 3 posts a day, but mixing it up, not all business. So for example, I might wake up one day and post like a little morning quote, like something inspirational, something that engages people and gets people to comment on the post. And then I might post a business post next, like an intrigue style post. So again, not mentioning Live Good, not mentioning too much information, just the basics. So what I have actually done for you guys is I've put together some of my top intrigue posts into a PDF. So I'm going to post them onto the school community shortly after this call, so you can go and use them. Like stick them in ChatGPT, make a different variation of it, make them your own, and use them because they work. So stories. I mean, some people don't really like showing too much of their life, and I used to be a little bit like that, but trust me, stories sell. People want a sneak peek inside your life and they want to see what you're doing and what you're up to. And that builds that know, like, and trust factor. And they're way more likely to approach you and feel comfortable talking to you if they can see you in your life. So I would recommend like doing at least a few stories a day. Like I always post like pictures of my little baby just because I'm a mum and obviously I'm obsessed with him, but like other people who are mums relate to that and like struggles and things like that that I'm going through, like anything we've done that day, little days out and trips, just even if it's just going out for a walk with your dog, like it can be anything. So yeah, another thing I will say is like chop and change your content themes up, like I just said. So don't always post the same thing, business, 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 or your dog, your dog, your dog. Alternate it. Make a little like plan of action. So I have in my notes on my phone exactly what I'm going to post that day. I do it the night before, so I know the structure of what I'm going to do. So yes, that is all for, oh no, I haven't actually covered reels yet. Bloody hell, I forgot reels. Reels are actually amazing if you know how to do a reel. Put your hands up if you know how to create a reel on Facebook. I just want to see. Because I don't think a lot of people do. They don't, do they?
Not properly.
No. So reels are amazing, even on Facebook, not just Instagram, mega, and Facebook is mega for video. TikTok, sorry, is mega. So on Facebook, I would suggest doing maybe 2 or 3 reels per week. And I haven't really got time to like say the ins and outs of a reel because it is quite long. But what I have done for you guys is I've made like a video tutorial, like a step-by-step video tutorial how to do a reel. 2 of the apps that I would recommend downloading to your phone, which are free, are CapCut and InShot. They're amazing for reels. So definitely get those. Like I said, you can use the free version, just have a little play around with it. And I will post a video in school of a tutorial how to do a Facebook reel. And yeah, like what is good about Facebook Reels is Facebook pushes it out to non-followers, a little bit like Instagram. So you'll get a much wider audience and a much wider reach with Reels. I won't go into too much. I will post it on school. So yeah, those are the 3 types of content on Facebook. And some of my little top tips before you go to post anything on Facebook, a post or a reel, is engage with others before you post. So comment or like 10 to 20 people's posts before you post anything. That sounds like a lot, but it doesn't take long. So what you can do is a little hack here. You can look in Facebook Messenger, look for that little green dot beside people's names. That shows if they're active on Facebook at the time. So commenting, liking, and giving them some love on their posts when they're active right before you post increases the odds of them seeing your post, and they're more likely to return the favor. So for example, if I'm working on a prospect and I've been talking to someone about the business and I want them to see my post that I'm about to put up, I will go onto their profile and comment on 1 or 2 of their posts, even if they're not active on Facebook with that little green dot on Messenger, because this will increase the chances of my post being in their newsfeed when they do go back on Facebook. I'm going to go to the top of their newsfeed. This is also a great way to get exposure in your follow-ups without directly having to reach out to people again. So it kind of nudges them when they see your content, think, oh, actually, I need to reply to Gina's message, or, you know, it just gives them that little kick. So I've covered stories, I've covered reels, I'm just waffling now. Right, so last thing I'm going to talk about is how to utilize Facebook groups. Now, this is a really, really, really good one. And honestly, I would say this is how I've grown 80% of my business. So what I would suggest you do is hit that search bar on Facebook, go and look for, so put in the search bar, network marketing groups, work from home groups, entrepreneur groups. Honestly, there's bloody millions of them, millions. And join them. And what I have personally done in the past is I have put up a post on those groups introducing myself, saying, hi, my name's Gina, I'm from the UK, I'm blah, blah, blah. Little cute picture of me and my son or whatever. Would be great to connect with all you fellow entrepreneurs and things like that. So that gets your eyes on those thousands, if not millions of people within those groups straight away. And what I did make a mistake of doing at the start was just going and going, hi, this is my business. This is why you should join me. And the admins can be funny about that because they normally have an ulterior motive in those groups and they want to promote their own stuff. So don't go in straight away with your business and all of that jazz. Like introduce, like there's ways around it. Do you know what I mean? And then another top trick I would do is go into those groups and scroll down to where it says members in common under the followers section and start adding people that you like the look of, that resonate with you, that are on your kind of wavelength, your vibe, entrepreneurial. I would say add at least 10 new friends from those groups every single day. And the less mutual friends you have in common, the better. Maybe like 2 or 3. 2 or 3 is kind of a good middle ground. I can't actually see the bottom of my screen because this is blocking it. And yeah, be bold, reach out to people first. And I know some of you guys get stuck on what to say to people. So again, because I'm nice, I've put together a little bunch of scripts you can all use, and I will put that into the school community as well. So yeah, just be confident in what you're doing. Like this is an amazing business and it's changing so many people's lives. And this could be like exactly what someone is looking for and their blessing. So don't be afraid to share it. Just don't go in like with cold copy and paste messages. I mean, I've done it in the past. I'm guilty of it. But trust me, it does not work. It really does not work. And people just cringe at those kind of messages. So yeah, I mean, that's really all I'm going to cover today in regards to Facebook, but I've got a ton of documents and resources for you guys, which I'm going to share on school. So I hope you got at least some value from that. And I'm going to hand you over to the little TikTok queen, Gemma, and I'm going to make some notes as well, actually. Where's my pen and paper? Over to you, Gem.
Thanks, lovely. So just to add on to what Gina said, first of all, guys, is you will get no's, and remember, no isn't it means not now. Often a no is not a permanent no. There's many people that in past lives in my old network marketing business that they would say no 4 or 5 times before they said yes to me. I've had people say no to me, and the same day they've turned around and said yes. So just remember that a no is not now. Okay, so don't get disheartened. But I want to talk to you about TikTok and how freaking amazing it is. I'll try and keep swearing down to a minimum. So it is amazing. TikTok has revolutionized my life. you know, before I got involved in Live Good, and I have actually utilized mainly Facebook. I turned on my TikTok machine a couple of weeks ago, and I probably had about 20 signups from TikTok so far. So I want to tell you guys, this is big. Like, and I haven't even been putting full welly into it. So just think about that for a moment. TikTok have 2.5 billion registered users worldwide. But what I love is that by 2027, they're predicted to have anticipated reach of 2.25 billion. Now, it is the highest social media engagement rate per post, which is crazy. The average TikTok user actually spends 95 minutes a day, 95 minutes a day on TikTok. If any of you have fallen down TikTok rabbit holes, yeah, you know that time goes very, very fast. And there's over 1 billion monthly active users. And the average user opens their TikTok 20 times a day. Like, this is big. Okay, guys, if you're not on TikTok, get ready to take loads of notes. You need to be. Okay. Now, I'm going to talk to you about the framework for success with TikTok, because many people don't actually understand how TikTok works. Now, TikTok done properly is a massive cash generator. I'm going to break down some key components of TikTok. I'm going to show you some metrics. This is from an account. Now, it's got nothing to do with Live Good. You're more than happy to go and have a look at it, because you will notice something that I do with all my TikTok accounts, whether they're in a spiritual niche, whether they're talking about earning money, whether they're aimed at parents, whatever account I do, you will notice that I do something on every single video. And that is follow a particular framework of video. Now, I've actually done something amazing for you guys too. And I put together an example script that you can follow, and I will also upload that to school. Now, this is an example. You can go and find this account. It's called Girls Gone Hunting. Okay. It's an account that I don't really do a lot with. I post very rarely, but between May the 1st and September the 2nd, I probably post about once a week, twice a week, if that. And I've had 3.2 million views. It's insane. I don't even put a lot of effort into it. So this is how powerful TikTok can be. And I am going to talk about this here. So you can see me kind of hovering. There's an important formula to follow. I want you guys to make a note of this. This is what I want you to write down. Hook, call to action, and value. That is the process that you are going to follow in every one of your TikTok videos. You're not going to put your call to action at the end like you would do in most things, like your posts, your normal Facebook Live videos, if you do them. It's a very different process with TikTok. People get bored and they very rarely listen until the end. So you want to get something very clearly in at the beginning that's going to make them stop. It's like newspaper headline. Then you're going to say, if you agree with me, when you get to the end of this, put emoji in the comments. That's an example of a call to action. Okay. You can literally, guys, I'm telling you now, TikTok could change your entire business overnight, literally overnight. Okay. But I am going to go through some key things you need to know about. Now, here's the account I've started for Live Good. So you'll notice that, I mean, you can, as Gina said, you can put a really nice profile picture. You can brand it as yourself. I haven't, because I've got about 17 million TikTok accounts. I decided to just brand it as Freedom Lifestyle Revolution. I created a little logo. I did this in Canva. It took me 2 minutes. And you can see very much what Gina talked about with Facebook. You've got very limited bio area in TikTok. So be creative. You can't put a link in your bio until you get to 1,000 followers. And you need to make sure you're using TikTok creator, not business. Okay, so TikTok creator, not business. Business actually restricts what you're able to do. It's insane, but use creator, you'll get better results. Now, I want to tell you something. TikTok is not social media. It is not social media. It's an outreach platform, a very, very different algorithm to anything else out there. Okay, so it's not social media. Do not treat it like social media, as crazy as that sounds. It also does not work like Instagram. So although we use hashtags in TikTok, it does not work the same. Don't do follow for follow. Don't go and post on your Facebook going, hey, I've created a TikTok account. Come and follow me. Don't do it. Don't go following everyone back that follows you. Some of the most eye-rolling accounts that I see, it actually doesn't put you as an authority. You'll go and look at an account, look at how many followers they've got versus how many they're following. If they're following fuck tons of people, often it shows they've not really got a lot of credibility. And what happens is those people just follow back. So you want to follow very few. You can see here I'm probably following about 5. I think I'm following about 7 at the moment. It might have gone up a bit. But even with my accounts that have over 100,000 followers, I'm probably following about 20. So don't do follow for follow, guys. It's like a big no-no. Okay. So as I said, video format of hook, call to action, and value. And go and study a couple of my videos. You will see it in every single one of them. You'll see exactly what I'm doing. I encourage you to think about how can you get someone to stop in their tracks, and how can you get them to watch until the end? How can you be a little bit controversial, be a little bit negatively polarized? Sometimes that scares people. So negatively polarized, guys, would be, let me think, it would be something like, here's 5 ways to get a 6-pack. Or you could say, this is a negatively polarized version. You are never going to have a 6-pack if you're doing this one thing. That's negative. But I'm more inclined to listen to that second one, because as a human being, we're conditioned to look for the negatives. Why do you think the news is so, I mean, I don't even watch the TV anymore, but the news is always negatively polarized and we're almost sucked into it. There's a reason. It's a psychological reason. So you have to get really good at psychology with TikTok, and it does become fun. Okay, short, sweet, snappy. They have just released up to 60-minute long videos. They are trying to move into the YouTube territory, but honestly, I would say a sweet spot is about 2.5 minutes. Try and go over at least a minute. You can do shorter ones if you want to, no more than 2.5. Don't waffle. Oh, and I see this all the time, guys, just quickly. Do not start your videos going, hi guys, my name is. No one cares. No one gives a shit. No one cares. Right? Get to the point of what you want to say. Do not start TikTok videos that way. Okay. So that's a big no-no. Also, really important, we all fluff up. Okay. Even me, like I fluff up on loads of videos and I'm like, oh my God, I accidentally posted it. Do not delete it. Do not delete it. It will damage your algorithm. What you need to do, there's 3 little dots at the bottom of your video. Click on those, scroll along, hide your privacy so only you can see it. So don't delete it. No spammy hashtags. And what I mean by that is no hashtag FYP, hashtag trending, hashtag viral, stuff that has nothing to do with what you're talking about. Okay. So make sure you're not using spammy hashtags. And I use about 5 hashtags per video. Okay. Just make sure they're related. Now, just before I go on to talk about SEO, which some of you are probably like, what the hell is she going on about? I want to talk about TikTok and some things to bear in mind. Post no more than 3 times a day. I'll be honest, on some of my accounts where I post once a day, I actually get better results. I am actually starting to see that less I post, obviously be consistent, but don't spam your TikTok account multiple times a day with videos. Just don't do it. Post no more than 3 and maybe stagger them out. There is also no right or wrong time to post. So you'll hear a lot of gurus saying, oh, the best time to post is this and that. No, there's no real science behind that. Post when you want to. Do a post in the morning, post in the afternoon, post in the evening. Have a look at what results you get. Don't get hung up on times of posting. Okay, guys. Also with TikTok, there is stories. They work exactly the same as Facebook and Instagram. And as Gina said earlier, again, do the same thing. Share stories, share what you've got up to, be personable. If you've got people like, today is payday for most of us, right? You might have a lot of teamies going, oh my God, this is amazing. Take a screenshot of their message, post it as a story. Say, this is from one of my teamies. And just basically be relatable. Okay, that's where people are going to really get a snapshot of you. Now, here's some interesting facts, guys. TikTok, when you post a video, Everyone gets hung up on followers, right? Everyone's like, look at me. I mean, I do it sometimes. It's an attraction marketing thing. Look at me. I've got 100,000 followers on TikTok. Does not mean anything. And I'm going to tell you why. The only thing you need to concentrate on is number one, get to 1,000 followers so you can put a link in your bio. You could probably put your Live Good tour link. Okay. Or if you've got a Facebook group, you can put your link in there, or a stand store, like Gina said. You can put a link in your bio, but you've got to get to 1,000 followers before that is allowed. That is the only real time you're going to concentrate on followers. And I'll tell you why. Every video that you put out on TikTok is seen by 90% new people and even higher. So that means that even if you have 1 million followers, only a very small percentage of people are actually going to see your content. So every new video, and this is why I love TikTok, it's so exciting. Every new video you put out goes in front of a pretty much new audience. That is huge. So I don't want you getting hung up on your followers. Also, like Gina said with Facebook posts, where you get one that works, double down on it. So do a different variation of it. You'll find I've got another account, guys, you can go and look at. It's not, again, nothing to do with this business. It's called The Gender Genies. I run it with my ex-midwife. We do gender predictions. And the videos are the same. Every single day, we just do a slight variation of the video that we did before. It's exactly the same content. We just change it. So again, with TikTok, don't be afraid that you're posting the same stuff potentially every day, because all of your videos are going to go in front of a new audience. Your stories, however, what I've found in all my analytics over the past year is a lot more followers are seeing them rather than new people. So if you want to get in front of your followers, use stories on TikTok. Okay, that's really, really key. Still seen by people that aren't following you, but it does show in the analytics quite a big chunk of followers actually watch your stories, whereas the videos you put out, it's a chunk of new people that are seeing them rather than your followers. So again, try not to get hung up on your followers, like a lot of people do. You just want to get to 1,000 and then don't care. Just really focus on your videos and focus on those videos converting people to either inboxing you for more information. Oh, by the way, guys, you can't reply with links on TikTok, and you can't reply in the inbox with a link either. Your main aim of the game is to get people to comment. So the more comments you get, you can respond to them and say, hey, go to the top of my profile. Try not to say link in bio, because again, TikTok will pick up on those words. You can be clever, like Gina said, and use a paperclip icon. And sometimes I spell bio B, and then I change the I to like an L and a zero instead of an O, to try and kind of trick TikTok into not realizing what I'm really talking about. Okay. I want to talk about this. This is super important. So SEO, search engine optimization. Okay. I don't know. Is there anyone here that doesn't know what that is? Put your hands up. Search engine optimization. Okay. So it's a keyword that you come across when you talk about websites and getting to the top of Google. So it used to be years ago, 10 years ago, everyone wanted to be on page one of Google. And in fact, Google do make, I think, billions of dollars through Google advertising, because businesses want to be on page one of Google. And the way you would do that with a website is search engine optimization. TikTok is a search engine, okay? TikTok is a search engine, and we often used to say, go Google it. Well, now it's go TikTok it. I look for most of the answers that I'm looking for on TikTok. I don't know whether anyone else does. I literally search TikTok for answers to things. I don't really Google stuff anymore. It's usually TikToked, okay? So what you want is your videos to come on the top of the search engine listings for TikTok. So this is where you've got to do your research, guys. Okay, don't rush out and go and do a video. I want you to start researching your keywords. What do you want to come up as? For me, I'm using things like side hustle tips, side hustle secrets. Be careful with things like make money online, or anything like that. Just be really mindful of those types of keywords. You could go for mompreneur, Boss mum. I mean, I don't like that one, but people do kind of put themselves in those buckets. Do your keyword research, and you can do that on TikTok quite easily. There is a search bar at the top. You can type in your keywords. You can see what is coming up for those keywords already. Get inspiration from my videos. Feel free to go and have a look at my account and see what I'm doing. Put your own spin on it. As always, you want to stand out from the crowd, not look like you're copying someone else. And ultimately just have fun with TikTok. It's a very fast-paced, much faster than any other platform. If you know, guys, when with Live Good, I have got a lot of success on Facebook, but that's because I've built that up over 9 years. Okay, 9-10 years I've been building my Facebook up, and but TikTok is much faster. So you will realize that once you start dipping your toe into the TikTok world and having fun with it, you will get a lot quicker results than you're probably seeing on Facebook. And the beauty of TikTok is literally a video can go into millions. I've had numerous videos, literally, I've woken up in the morning and thought, oh, that video is not done that great. I woke up in the morning and my phone's exploded because a video's gone crazy and I've got like a million messages that I can't keep up with. That's a good problem to have. Don't get disheartened with TikTok. The algorithm is the algorithm. I will be honest with you, TikTok change all the time. They change almost weekly what they're doing. They change almost weekly what they're looking for. I've shared with you everything on this video that's top level that I know to be true right now at this moment. But like I said, guys, the most important thing for you guys to consider is how you're putting your videos together. So I'm going to repeat it again. Hook, call to action, and then you're going to talk about the value. Okay, remember that, and remember that you need to get people listening until the end. So be clever if you want. I like to be a little bit kind of naughty in my videos, in the sense that I will often say, do you know what, if you haven't got the attention span to listen, then you will miss out. I'm a little bit like that in my videos, and it's a bit cheeky, but people do listen because they're like, oh, what's she got to say? So be creative. Think about how can you get someone to watch until the end. Maybe you could say, actually, I'm going to drop a real big truth bomb at the end that half of you don't even know about. You know, just think about how you can create content where people are going to watch it. Okay. I think I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I want to talk about. Again,
Jen, can I just
yeah.
interrupt really quickly?
Yeah.
Can you, I'm going to put you on the spot. Can
Okay.
you give us an example of like the video format, the hook, call to action, value in regards to like something to do with Live Good, just so people have like
Yeah, let
a
me,
rough example of what you mean by that, because not a lot of people even know what a hook is or a call to action.
I'm going to show you actually. I'm going to share my screen in a minute, guys. I'm just going to pull up TikTok, and then I'll show you what I mean.
Jem, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What is the you said you had 2 groups. What was the first one you mentioned?
Which one?
TikTok.
Oh, you mean TikTok? Oh, girls.
Yeah, sorry.
So girls gone hunting. I'll show you guys quickly. So I'm going to share screen and I'll show you a couple of accounts. Bear with me a second, guys.
Sorry, you weren't prepared for this. I put you right on the spot, haven't I?
It's all right. Don't worry. It's all right. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. So here's Freedom Lifestyle Revolution. This is a new account. Oh, what's it going on? Okay. So let me pick one. I think some of you have seen a lot of these already, but I'm gonna show you what I mean. So we'll do this one.
Could very well change.
Okay, I'm gonna let you listen, and I'm gonna point out the obvious bits. Okay, so first of all, I want to draw your attention to this bit here. I not only say something that's quite grabby, but I also put it above my head. So this is quite eye-catching. So your editing has to be on point, guys. This is going to be practice takes perfect. Like it's one of those things you're not necessarily going to be good at straight away. Okay. So really practicing with this, because I wish I had one of my old videos that I did 4.5 years ago. It is cringe. It's awful. But I'm glad I haven't, because it is that bad. So I'm going to literally play this so you can listen to what I say. And then I'm going to tell you where each section of this is.
This could very well change your life, so make sure you stop and listen.
There's the hook. This could change your life. Stop and listen. I'm just telling them what to do. Okay.
What if I told you there is a way for you earning back from a subscription that you have? So, you know, things like Netflix, Amazon, your gym membership, Spotify. I can keep going. If any of you have one of those subscriptions, let me know.
Okay, let me know was a call to action. So that's let me know. You want to try and get people to comment. Okay. Now you can do quite a few different calls to actions in a video. And I think I do it in this one. So let me listen.
Side note, if you have an attention span of a goldfish and can't get it to the end of this video, then you are going to miss out.
Okay, that was just calling people out. People never like to be called out. So they'll deliberately listen to me because I've done that.
So this whole subscription-based business model is a $1 trillion industry. What if you could get a little piece of that? For the first time ever, you can. I literally have my hands on an opportunity which has blown everything out of the water, where you can be in a subscription-based business. You can have your little subscription. You can get access to amazing products at wholesale prices, but it's going to pay you back. And if you really want it to, potentially big money. So if you're still here and I've got your attention and you want to find out more, then you know what to do. Heart emoji, and I will give you more information.
So I've done 2 calls to action on that one. So I've done one at the beginning. I've riled people up a bit and said, well, you're going to lose out basically if you don't listen. And I've done a call to action at the end. I'm going to show you very quickly another one because we've still got a little bit of time. That was a duplicate one. Okay.
What if I told you the next 60 seconds or so could absolutely change your life, or you need to stop and listen?
So a very similar one. What if I told you the next 60 seconds would stop it, would change your life? And again, you'll see what I've done here. I've made a really big, bold statement above my head.
What if I told you the next 60 seconds or so could absolutely change your life, or you need to stop and listen? Oh, and if you haven't got the attention span to get until the end, well, you're going to miss out.
A little bit like, you know. So again, very similar, but just different words.
So, you know, we have all these subscriptions, Netflix, Amazon Prime.
I've been a bit creative in my editing. This is all available in TikTok. So obviously this is not on my phone, but when you're looking at your phone, you'll have down this right-hand side, you will have like stickers, text that you can play around with. And these are just from I haven't used anything like CapCut on this. This is all in app. And you can see from there. So quickly, I know you've asked for another one. Now, this has got nothing to do with making money, but you will see the same kind of style of videos that I tend to do. So Girls Gone Hunting, guys, this is an account I hardly post on.
Go.
Can everyone make sure they're muted, guys? So this is a very different account, but you'll notice it's the same kind of videos. I mean, this is about ghost hunting, right? It's not everyone's cup of tea.
6 of the biggest signs that there is a ghost right next to you, probably while you're sat in your living room and you have no idea.
Okay, so I've said quite a scary statement, and then I put, this is pretty scary, especially the last one. So what I've done is like, okay, well, everyone's like, oh my God, I need to listen now right until the end, because the last one, I need to know whether that's happening to me. Okay, so you'll see the same kind of thing that I do in most of my videos.
3 big signs that you have a spirit attachment, and number 3 is actually quite serious.
There you go, really serious video here. So like I made a statement that encouraged people to watch until the end. And then
so make sure you listen until the end and look down on this video. Before I go any further, a couple of things. Number 1.
Actually, guys, I might talk about this quickly. We've got two minutes. There's something I'm about to say in this video that actually I might start doing in my Live Good ones. Now, some of us have experienced spammers already. I don't know whether anyone, I know me and Gina have had our accounts cloned. Something I want you to think about on TikTok, there's a lot of spammers out there that will try and duplicate your videos, i.e. they'll just copy your videos and post it on a new account pretending to be you. Okay? There is something you can do, and I'm actually going to start doing it on my Freedom Lifestyle account, but I'm going to say it on here.
I will never DM anyone. So if you get a DM from an account that looks like this, please delete and block. Number 2, if you love everything paranormal, then make sure to hit follow, but also head over to my Facebook page, Girls Gone Hunting. We share a whole heap of amazing content there, and you won't want to miss it. So spirit attack.
So just FYI, I think it's really important while I'm thinking of spammers. you can do that in your TikTok videos as well. So you can say, before I go any further, if you get a message from an account that looks like this, is not me. I don't DM anyone. Okay. You could say something like that, because what happens is these idiots who are spammers, they're not that bright. And they will literally download your video, post it on another account, not actually listen to what you're saying. So they're then posting all these videos that are you saying, I don't DM anyone directly. You know, I don't, you know, you could say, I don't send you a link without you asking me. You could say something that differentiates you from you know, another account. Just be very mindful, guys. I've had tons and tons and tons of accounts duplicated on TikTok. Pretty much every one of my accounts has been cloned, and so therefore a lot of them I will stick in a comment or something saying, you know, I won't DM you. I actually don't DM people on TikTok. Can I make that really clear, guys? So how we use TikTok Messenger on Facebook, I do not use, I don't DM in TikTok. I don't do it. So what I tend to do is I get people to go over to my Facebook profile, or, you know, I'll get them to go to a Facebook group if you have them, or, you know, you'll send them somewhere else. I tend to send them somewhere else. And I do that by getting them to comment. So in all of my TikTok videos, your sole goal is, first of all, to get to 1,000 followers and get people to comment so you can reply back to them and say, hey, go and add me on Facebook, go and add my profile on Facebook, go to my Facebook group, get them to go somewhere else. You must get people off of that platform, okay? Because every single video that you put out is seen by 90+% new audience. You've got only one opportunity with each video to get those people away from TikTok, because the likelihood is they're not likely to see your content again, which is crazy, even if they follow you. Okay. So my goal with every TikTok account I have, whether it's doing with anything with Live Good, whether it's doing something else, is to get them away from that platform as quick as possible. I use it as a lead generation tool. Okay, so really, really make sure you bear that in mind, that every single video is an opportunity to pull those people away from you. Also, I know we've talked about this 3 or 4 times. Please do not post Live Good stuff and product posts with Live Good slapped all over them. It is cringe. No, it's really crap. Your videos will bomb and they won't do very well. And it's all about building you up as an authority in your space. People buy people. I've seen videos, and I'm hoping you're not on this call, but I've seen TikToks where it's like slideshows of Live Good products, and I literally want to like, it melts my face. Honestly, it's awful. So don't do that. Don't spam TikTok with Live Good. This is about building up how amazing the opportunity is, talking about how it's potentially going to change your life, how it is going to change your life, how it is changing your life. Attraction marketing. Okay. And if you don't understand quite what attraction marketing is, there is a million books on Amazon about attraction marketing. Go and get yourself one. Okay. Honestly, it will really change your perspective on how to put yourself out there on social media. Okay, guys. I think we've covered everything, haven't we, Gina?
For anything that I can think of beginners wise right now, but like I said, I have put together a lot of PDF documents for what you guys can post, but change it in ChatGPT. Some good kind of scripts when you're messaging people. So if people reply to your call to action on one of your posts saying, if you want info, DM me, and then they say info, please, you know exactly what to say to them. But zhuzh it up a bit, obviously, to make it sound like you. And I will post all of those in the school community later, if not later than tomorrow morning, so you guys have them first thing. And yeah, if anyone has any questions about anything in particular, just drop it in school and we'll reply as best as we can. And if you want anyone to like cover anything in particular, let us know as well.
Yeah. Oh no, just quickly, faceless TikTok. I don't advise it. Okay, when it's in this business, get out your comfort zone, put your face in it. I've had a few of my people say, oh, I don't want to, I want to do faceless. Not in this business, guys. We all buy into it because of people. And if you do faceless TikToks, I promise you now, they won't perform as well as putting your face out there. Get uncomfortable because you will look back and think, I'm glad I did it. So sorry,
I had a faceless Instagram gem, and I got 4 million views on one video.
to.
Do
But
you think that anyone bought anything from me?
I bet they didn't know, did they?
No.
No.
Absolute waste of time.
Yeah, I mean, I've got faceless TikTok accounts, guys, and I have got faceless TikToks that I've done, but it's part of my main profile. So it'll be part of a multitude of sticking my face on. And you're right. I think I had one of mine. There was no face in it. I think it was on one of my other accounts, but we didn't get any orders from it. I couldn't track any orders. It made no money. So guys, just get yourselves out there. Like, start thinking, okay, worst case scenario, little tip that I gave my team, create a TikTok account that's completely you, set it to private, practice, do some videos, practice by yourself. If you post them, no one's going to see them because it's private. So if you are a little bit like, oh, create 2 TikTok accounts. You can have up to 8. This is why I have 3 phones. You can have up to 8 TikToks on each phone. Okay, you just need to use a different email address, create a one that's hidden that you hide from the world, and it's just for you to practice, and then have your real one that you want out there and practice. That's all it takes. The more videos you do, the better you become. I might try and find my original TikTok because then you can all laugh because it's.
Oh, go on. We all want a little cringe.
I'll have to find it because it's on a really, really old account. Honestly, it's absolutely vile. And then
I just want to say as well, sorry to interrupt you, guys, it's hard to talk to a camera, especially if you've never done it before and you're not confident. But I literally read off a teleprompter. I still do it now, even though I've done so many calls. There's an app called Big View, VU, where you can write a script out, press record, and you can read it
on your
You
screen.
can literally read your script and video at the same time. That is an amazing app, and I still use it now. To do this presentation, I'm not that confident. I've just literally written bullet point notes in my phone. We've all got to try. We've all got to put ourselves out there. Like, nothing good comes from staying in your comfort zone. It really doesn't.
No,
So just be bold and just go for it.
do it, because you'll look back in a year and think to yourself, wow, look how much I've like evolved and changed. I'm telling you now, 9 years ago, guys, I had to do my first live with the old network marketing company. I'd never been live on Facebook, and I knew it was at 7 o'clock on a Saturday night, and I literally threw up. I was physically sick during the day because I knew that I had to be on a massive big like Facebook group live thing, and there was thousands of people watching me. I'd made myself sick. Now I don't care. I don't care if I've got no makeup on. I could not give a crap. Okay, and that's because I've constantly done it. I've put myself out there all the time. I'll go live on my Facebook. I don't care what people think or what they've got to say. So even if you haven't done it, I challenge you to do it at some point over the next week. All right, guys?
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah, we weren't going to open up for questions, so we'll only allow this one, and then we're shutting down.
So it really is just when you post those PDFs, where will I find it in school?
It will just be under like general announcements. It will come up for you. I'll just tag everyone in it.
Okay, great.
Whose
Thank
team
you.
are you on? Whose team are you on?
That was quick. Ben Jackson.
Oh, cool. Okay, amazing. Lovely to meet you. Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll just come up. I'll tag everyone in it so you'll see it in your notifications.
Beautiful. Thank you.
You won't miss anything, guys. I promise. We won't let you. This is obviously being recorded, so if you need to go back over it, in fact, every single person on here, there's 100 people on here, or there was tonight. I want every one of you to tell us that you've done your first TikTok in the next week. A week you've got, guys. Come on. Most of you can do it tonight, right? Just go and copy one of my videos. I don't care. Just go and do it. Challenge you 1 week. I want everyone.
I've copied the last 4 of your videos, and I've
fine.
had about 20 people join me from those videos. So thank you, Gemma. Thank you very much.
Go and copy me, guys. Like, literally go copy. But I want everyone to go and shout out in school when they've done it. Okay?
Be accountable, guys. Be accountable.
Have fun with it.
Thank
So much
yourself
fun.
for it.
All right. Have an amazing evening, guys, or rest of your day wherever you are. Thank you for joining us.
Amazing, Gemma. Jenna, thank
Thanks
you
so much, Jem.
Thank you so much.
Great teaching.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
See you later,
Phenomenal.
guys. Bye-bye.
Phenomenal. Bye. Thanks.
Legends, legends,
Thank you.
legends. Well done.
Thank you, ladies.
Bye.